In 2011, I led a Canadian team that developed the first evidence-based physical activity guidelines for adults living with spinal cord injury. Over the next few years, these guidelines had very good uptake in Canada, and as I traveled to various places throughout the world, I was pleased to see that people in other countries were also using the guidelines. However, over time in talking to my international colleagues, it became apparent that if the guidelines were to have true international uptake and impact, it was going to be very important to involve international collaborators and international stakeholders in the guideline development process. Fast forward to 2016, and there had been a tremendous increase in the amount of exercise-related evidence that had been produced with regards to people living with spinal cord injury, and we decided that it was time to undertake an update of the guidelines. And that was a great time to call on my international colleagues and for us to work together with international community organizations, stakeholders from various countries, people living with spinal cord injury, and we worked together to develop the new scientific exercise guidelines for adults living with spinal cord injury. And I was very pleased to be able to lead this international process.
So it was really important for me to be part of the process of helping to develop these guidelines, mainly because I come at it from both a researcher's perspective, but also from an end user perspective as someone with a spinal cord injury. So while it's really important to go through all this really high quality evidence and make sure that the guidelines are based on scientific knowledge, it's also really important that the guidelines that are created are also reflective of the needs and the wants of the end user. Otherwise the product becomes not necessarily useless, but may not be reflective of what they need. So as an end user, it was really important for me to be able to sit down at the table with all these scientists and say, hey, you know what? While these guidelines make scientific sense, some areas do not make practical sense for the end user. So we can, I kind of come at it from both angles and can play two roles or wear two hats in the process. And it's really important for me that any findings or any research we do is very applicable to the end user.